Do you have an interview for your immigration benefit? If you have an interview for your immigration benefit, you might have to listen to this video until the end. Four mistakes you must avoid during your interview or before your interview. However you want to prepare your interview, there are four things really standard that you really have to avoid. My name is I Bijoux Ngwanda. I'm an immigration lawyer here based in DC. I do work with individuals across the country and around the world because we're dealing with complex US immigration laws. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. If you're not new, welcome back. Thank you for subscribing, and please don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. If you enjoy the content, please go ahead and share, like. Don't forget to comment below. Also, don't forget to join us on our private Facebook group where we answer questions live. Let's get into it. Four things to avoid. Number one is bring all your documents at the interview. Whether you have an interview here at the USCIS office in the United States, or you have an interview because you're going through consular processing, so basically at the US Embassy outside of the United States, when they send you a letter, because when you have an interview, they'll send you a letter with a time, place, and the location of the where the interview will take place, right? And in that letter, they will list all the documents required for you to bring. My friend, just go ahead and read the entire letter and bring all the documents. In fact, they will even tell you that if the document is not in a language that is English, you have to go ahead and translate it. Of course, certified translations, of course, right? And bring those documents with you. Why? Because you do not want the USCIS officer or any officer to be annoyed, agitated, to be really annoyed from the fact that you just did not bring the document. You can't just follow simple instructions. And once they are irritated, they can either just deny you the benefit that you're seeking or cancel the interview and reschedule it for a later date. And sometimes when they cancel it, they don't even give you the date. You might have to call them to start trying to reschedule it. And that's a waste of your time, your resources, and a waste of other people's times as well. So don't do it. Just don't do it. Okay? Number two is do not lie. Just don't lie. If they ask you a question and you do not know it, just say you do not know. If you don't understand the question, just please say, I don't understand the question. But anything that you do, do not lie. Because why? If you lie, that can be constituted as misrepresentation, fraud. This happens a lot with B1 and B2 visa. Sometimes people, in order to gain credibility, to boost their own credibility, they might say things like, well, I am married, because remember, B1, B2, there's a dual intent type of visa, right? Intent to go, visit, and then come back. And if you say that you're married, chances are that you're a person of credibility and you will return, because you can't just leave your spouse, right, and kids and just stay in America because you have to stay. So chances are that the officer will grant you a visa. But guess what? If you come here and later on you really want to engage in a real marriage, those facts will come back. They'll come back to haunt you, and you might be required. As a matter of fact, you will be required to file for a waiver of misrepresentation, 601, waiver of misrepresentation, and hope that it gets granted, because if it doesn't get granted, then you're stuck in the process. Whatever you do, do not lie. That's number two. Number three, stop guessing. If you don't know the answer, just say you don't know. If you don't understand it, just ask again. But stop guessing. That happens a lot with asylum seekers because they will ask a lot of questions, and most of the time, right, those interviews will take longer than necessary. It's 5 hour, 6 hour interview. I've been there. I've seen that too, right? But if you start guessing the answers, chances are that your answers and your evidence, if the evidence provided, will have a contradiction, discrepancies, really inconsistencies, right? And if they find out there is material inconsistency, discrepancies, and consistencies, they will refer your case to the immigration judge, and you will find yourself in removal proceedings unnecessary, because the USCIS officer could have just decided there on the spot, but now you find yourself in removal, and you know those removal proceedings is, first of all, time consuming, money wasting. It's just a lot on your emotional being. Just don't guess. As simple as that. But number 4, last one, stop rambling, which means talking too much. They ask you A, answer A. They ask you B, answer B. Do not give your entire story. For example, if someone asks you, why did you come to the US? I came with a B1 visa to visit my friend, period, right? Don't be telling them, well, I had just a lot of money in my account, so I say I can go to the US and then visit my friend, and this and that and that. Then you start rambling. Chances are the USCIS officer will get annoyed, and once they start getting annoyed, because they have a lot of people to interview that day, and you're wasting the time, the resources, the energy, you might end up in a denial just because they got annoyed. Okay, you don't want that to happen to you. That's why you really have to avoid simple mistakes so that your interview can go as smoothly as possible. And again, we can help you prepare for an interview, whether it is asylum interview, marriage-based type of interview, green card interview, any type of interview that you're trying to prepare to face USCIS or consulate. We can help prepare you, because a lot of people have been denied their benefit for lack of preparation. Please call my office 202-751-2180. Email bijoux.ngwanda@gmail.com so that we can assess your case, and then we can schedule you for an interview preparation, which fees applies as usual. Okay, until next time, bye bye.